inquiry. I was wondering about Marc Emery. I was wondering if you had him in jail there.
Who am I speaking to, please?
My name is David Malmalevine. I'm calling from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yes, we do.
And I was wondering if you knew what you were going to do with him.
Okay, I'm not going to release any of that information on the phone. I'll just confirm that he is here.
Is there any other information you're releasing to anybody else?
No.
And
not at this time.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, this is a Pot-TV exclusive. The time is now 3:30 Pacific, and I guess it's what time there? 4:30?
4:30, that is right.
And you're talking from Regina, Saskatchewan?
That's correct, in front of the Regina Police headquarters on Osler Street.
And who am I talking to?
My name is Chris Bures. I am an activist from Winnipeg, Manitoba.
And you witnessed what just 10 minutes ago?
I witnessed a beautiful show from the citizens of Regina. There was 60, perhaps 70 people. They were cheering. They were responsive to Marc's message. Marc wowed the crowd for 20 minutes. 4:20, he lit up just like he promised he would, and the Regina City Police came out and arrested him, and they are detaining Marc at this moment.
Okay, so the big question is now, what happens to Marc Emery? Did he know, like, apparently they were threatening to keep him in for a whole bunch of weeks until his first court case. What do you know about what they've been saying about Marc and what his lawyers have been saying about when he's getting out?
Yes, I've been with Marc since the beginning of the tour, and that was precisely the bad news that the Winnipeg police in the trip they were trying to lay on Marc was that if he continued his tour, they would arrest him everywhere he went, and again, they have threatened to extradite him from Regina now that he is under charge, and the advice Marc received from his Winnipeg lawyer, Mr. Darren Sawchuk, was that the chances are that that would not happen. It is a very expensive process that they would indeed have to bring witnesses, from Saskatchewan along, and they're unlikely to do it. However, it can be done.
Yeah.
And Marc would just be held in Winnipeg for a couple days. Like, they would have to convene a trial real soon in such circumstances.
So this Sunday, there's no judge that's sitting on a Sunday, so he's in jail definitely until Monday.
You know, Marc is a remarkable individual. He knew this was going to happen. He scheduled the day. He showed up when he said he was going to show up. He's not worried about one day more or less in jail. I've never seen anybody with more heart in the cause than Marc in my life.
Well, he's taken a tour of not only all the cop shops in Canada, all the jails, too. I hope
we were having a good laugh about that last night. I said when it was all said and done and he was writing his memoirs, perhaps his first book would be Marc Emery's tour of every jail in Canada.
That's right, the jail houses I've known and hated. Well, yes. So what's next? How many people were there, and was there anyone with cameras?
Yes, there are all kinds of individuals with cameras here. John Wood drove all the way out from Dauphin one more time. He was here with us in Winnipeg. He led the show in Dauphin. He drove 6 hours out here to get the Pot-TV shots, the shots that they need, and he's on his way home. I would suspect you guys will have pictures uploaded within 3 or 4 hours.
Excellent. Good work, guys. And there was a sizable crowd. I know that Regina is possibly the worst place for pot activism in Canada, maybe the world. It's the place there they train all the RCMP in Canada. They start them off first in Regina. Is that correct?
If I can make this comment,
yeah.
I live in Winnipeg. There are 700,000 people. We were lucky to draw 50 people out. That was in the high end of my expectations. Here in Regina, there are 200,000 citizens and better than 60. They drew a bigger crowd than Winnipeg did. Regina has everything to be proud of. I love the show. Again, Marc had a crowd, and he knows how to work them, and he gave the people what they wanted.
All right. Well, he got some dignity message out there. Someone captured it with a camera. We'll have it up on Pot TV as soon as we can. And if there's any other news, if you hear anything else, please don't hesitate to pass it on to Pot-TV, and we'll pass it on to everyone else.
You bet. You guys are going to be the first to be informed of anything. If Mark gives me a shout, if they'll release him, whatever the case may be, if we have to get him a lawyer, if he'll be deported to Winnipeg again, there's lots of action and adventure around this man's life, and I'm glad to be here to report it.
All right. Well, thanks for caring, giving a shit, and we'll talk to you next time something happens.
You bet. Have a good night.
All right. Okay.